Let's start with a body. Take a piece of yellow clay and roll one big ball. Then, roll it into a carrot shape with your hands. Bend it with your fingers. Press the tip with your finger. You did it! The body is done. Now make a head. Take a piece of yellow clay and roll one mid-sized ball. Awesome job! The head is done. It's time to make some legs. Take a piece of yellow clay and roll them into carrot shapes with your hands. Flatten the wide ends with your finger and press the pointy ends with your finger. Hooray! The legs are done. Let's make some ears. Take a piece of yellow clay and roll two little balls. Roll them into cones with your fingers. Flatten the wide ends with your finger and press on them with your finger. You did it! The ears are done. Now make a muzzle. Take a piece of yellow clay and roll one little ball. Press on it with your finger. Turn it and make nostrils with a pencil. Then, make a mouth with a pencil. You did it! The muzzle is done. It's time to make a fringe. Take a piece of orange clay and roll them into carrot shapes with your fingers. Sharpen the wide ends with your fingers. Bend the tips with your fingers. Then, slightly bend the other tips with your fingers. Awesome job! The fringe is done. Let's make a tail. Take a piece of orange clay and roll one mid-sized ball. Then, roll it into a carrot shape with your hands. And sharpen the wide end with your hands. Bend it with your fingers. And curl the tip with your fingers. Great job! The tail is done. Let's make a mane. Take a piece of orange clay and roll them into carrot shapes with your fingers. Sharpen the wide ends with your fingers. Slightly bend them with your fingers. And curl the tips with your fingers. Attach them. Then, take a piece of orange clay and roll one mid-sized ball. Roll it into a carrot shape with your hands. Press the wide end with your finger and turn it. Bend it with your fingers. And curl the tip with your fingers. You did it! The mane is done. Let's model some wings. Take a piece of pink clay and roll 4 little balls. Roll them into cones with your fingers. And connect them in pairs. Hooray! The wings are done. It's time to model a horn. Take a piece of pink clay and roll 2 little balls. Roll them into carrot shapes with your fingers. Connect them. Then, twist them into a spiral with your fingers. Congratulations! The horn is done. It's time to model some eyes. Take a piece of white clay and roll 2 little balls. Roll them into cylinders with your fingers. And flatten them with your finger. Hooray! The eyes are done. It's time to model some pupils. Take a piece of black clay and roll 2 tiny balls. Roll them into cylinders with your fingers. Flatten them with your finger. Congratulations! The pupils are done. Well done! Your Sunny is great.